Mikel, you knew how tricky this could be, but that was, would you say, the perfect day, almost the perfect afternoon?
Well, it was a really impressive performance, I would say. I think to come here and win in the manner that we've done, it's very, very difficult to do. So big credit to the boys. We needed that win. I loved the way the team set up, the mindset that we had, the conviction that we play with, and how we have to navigate through different moments in the game. And the starters, the finishers, they all make an impact, and I'm really happy for that as well.
Can we shine a light on Madueke and the role that he played, not knowing he was going to play, had to come in, got his numbers, fans cheering his name, singing his name?
I keep telling them, football is so unexpected, so be ready, because when you don't expect it, they're going to give you an opportunity. And it happened in the warm-up with Bukayo. He came on and he certainly helped the team.
What is the situation with Bukayo? What was the reason why he had to come off?
He had a little niggle and he wasn't comfortable to start the game, so we made a decision straight away, and now we're going to have to do some tests tomorrow and see how he's.
When you say you needed the win, listening to Declan Rice after the game as well, he said it was such a big win for you. Will it silence the noise around you? I
don't think so. I mean, it will be noise, good, bad, medium, medium rare, I don't know. It will be noise. I mean, it's what we are playing for. The margins are very, very small. And the expectation are to win every game, so that's it.
I know you want the players to enjoy the next 4 months. You want to enjoy the next 4 months, but when you list the competitions and where you're at as well, it's some achievement, isn't it, to be where you are at this stage of the season?
Yeah, that's why I said it, because I really feel it and enjoy with that conviction and enjoy the difficult moments that you have to go through here. Today you want to win, and we certainly done that, and then you get rewarded, and now we can enjoy the win and start to prepare Chelsea.
And with Gyökeres as well, how important was it for him, do you feel, just for his own belief, that he got on the score sheet today?
For all of them. I think for Noni, as you mentioned, Zubimendi as well, after what happened a few days ago, to come and score a very important goal. Gabriel Jesus coming in, Victor coming in, Martinelli comes in and helps, Martin Odegaard the same. So a really positive day.
Do you give yourself a day off?
No, now we go Chelsea now.
You go again. Good luck. Thank you.
And he was called upon, and he did deliver. First Premier League assist for Noni Madueke. Everyone talks about Arsenal's squad this season. Think about the difference last term when Bukayo Saka was injured. Now they've got Noni Madueke to come in and help create that first goal.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant today. He really was. Really direct. No one wants to see people get injured, but you've got plenty of backup. And this first goal here, he just recycled it. Declan Rice out to the left-hand side. He does so well here to get half a yard. Because he's commits, he's very dangerous, and this ball is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Really, really hard one, Gary tell you, to defend that with the way it went in. And Zubimendi on the end of it was an excellent header, really was.
Just looking at it from a defensive point of view, you just see Gruev there, and I think you can see he's took a look, and he just needs to drop in. I think he needs to react once he's seen it, fill that space, which ultimately is left. And if Zubimendi didn't score, I'm sure Kai Havertz was going to. So, just drop in that front post space, and then maybe you'll be able to clear it out. But it's a great heading, it's a great ball, and a great start for Arsenal.
Yeah, Ray said difficult to defend against. Why? That kind of cross.
Because the header doesn't. The pace is on the ball, so he just needs to glide it in, to glance it in. And from a defensive point of view, it's easier to defend if you're in the right position. And that's what I was saying. I don't think he was in the right position if somebody's in that front space area. But it's difficult when players are running across you, and all they need is that little glance because the pace is already on the ball.
If they were disappointed with the defending at that goal, it would be even worse for the second one, which is an own goal by the goalkeeper, Darlow. Let's take a look at this moment. And Gary, we can stick with you. You can tell us everything that's gone wrong from a Leeds perspective.
Oh, again, another set piece from Arsenal. They're so strong. I just feel that the goalkeeper, Darlow, has got to do better. I think with the flight of the ball, he needs to read the flight of the ball and just come and take it. Be dominant, come and collect it, scream his head off, let the defenders know that he's there, and just deal with the situation. I mean, the second phase of this is Calvert-Lewin. Obviously, he's a striker in that position. He's not a natural defender. Get your head on the ball if you can, and have the argument after. But ultimately, for me, the keeper will be disappointed, I'm sure. He just needs to read the flight of the ball and come and collect that.
But for Arsenal, own goals at it again.
Yes, absolutely. And it was a brilliant ball in, though, it really was. The way he whips into that front post, it's difficult to defend. But he's got to take out his defender as well there. He's got to get something on that. And it was a poor goal to give away. But Arsenal take it and move on. And, 2-0 half-time, they're pretty happy how that first half went.
Well, into the second half then, and Gyökeres makes it 3-0. A great ball from Martinelli, who came on and got involved in the action.
Well, that's the difference. I was talking to Gary earlier. I mean, the bench, Odegaard's come on as well, and Martinelli got so many options. He does so well there, just to get that little toe on it to keep it in, and then he whips it back on his left foot. And to be fair, Gyökeres, he's had his critics, but he made a really good run here to get across to Bogle.
I just think from a defensive point of view, Goodmanson, I think he just needs to hold his position. I think he's edging to come out to Timber, isn't he? If he just stays in position, I think the more dangerous ball that's going to hurt you is through the middle. Stay in position, let that ball go to Timber, and then you can come across and the defenders can slide across. He goes early and leaves that space, but the delivery is great, and Bogle just gets the wrong side.
It's just that split-second movement.
It is.
Gyökeres.
Yeah. You can see
He's in front of him now, and he does well there. To be fair, it looks like he's been pulled a little bit, but he gets a volley on it and into the back of the net. And that was a big goal for Arsenal, because at that time Leeds were really pushing to get back into the game, and the crowd were really responding to the Leeds dominance. But that third goal really killed the game off.
Yeah, period of dominance for Leeds. Arsenal managing to get onto the score sheet through Gyökeres, who is in a two-horse race with own goals for the Arsenal Golden Boot as it stands. He's leading the way, though. It was a 4th goal in 6 games in all competitions. Very big for his confidence. He has cut quite a controversial figure. People still can't quite figure out, what they make of him at Arsenal this season.
Yeah, he's still got a bit to do there, and I think it's key what you said. We said off air, didn't we? I think confidence is key for him, and you're going to get confidence as a striker by playing well and scoring goals, and that'll do him the world of good today. Like Ray said, it's just the reaction. That reaction in the box, split second, gets in front of his defender and puts it away. So certainly do his confidence the world of good.
Yeah, this is his goal once again, just also in the right place at the right time. What do you like about it, Ray?
Well, I like the movement, because as soon as Martinelli comes back, he knows he's going to make his run across Bogle. He got a little bit ball watching, Bogle, as I'm being honest, but that's what strikers have got to do, make their runs, and hopefully the ball will be delivered into that area. But when he's getting pulled back, he does enough to get something on it, like a shin really, to pull it into the back of the net, and that's all good strikers do that, and he'd be delighted with that goal, and I'm sure Mikel Arteta
Delighted as well, because he took Gyökeres off, replaced him with Gabriel Jesus, and he got in on the party.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of the squad. As we said before, we just asked Madueke, and he said, look, everybody's in it together. Obviously, everybody wants to start the game, but you're going to play a big impact as well off the bench, and this is a fantastic goal, it really is. Great turn there, but he just gets that half a yard, here we go, that shows his quality there. And what a finish, no chance for the Darlow in goal, but if you see his movement here, it's really, really good. Top draw, he makes that run there, but here, that little turn, and now that half a yard he's got there, and he puts it into the bottom corner. That's a brilliant goal, it really is.
It's a superb piece of skill, isn't it? Superb piece of skill. Yeah. And the impact from the bench, I just said Martinelli with the assist. Noni was not expecting to start, he did assist. And this man Jesus comes off the bench and scores that goal. It's just a touch of class, touch of quality, and an impact from the bench. You see the strength and depth in this squad.
We talked a lot in the build-up to this game about the psychological battle that Arsenal were facing. No wins in 3 Premier League games. Their lead at the top cut down. They've done the business today. Put this win into context for us in terms of their response and the fact that they're now 7 clear and they can watch tomorrow.
Yeah, they're at arm's length again now, aren't they? And they need a job to do. I'm sure they felt the pressure leading into this game. It's not always a bad thing to feel the pressure, the responsibility to go out and win. And they did that in style. So credit to Arsenal. And like we said before, chalked a game off. And they're in a good place. They're in a good position at this moment in time.
And also, I mean, look at the goal difference as well. You never know how close it's going to be at the end of the season. And to score 4 goals away from home, puts him in a decent goal difference as well, which could be important at the end of the season. Who knows?
Noni, this could have been much tougher. A lot of people thought it would be, but that was assured. It was confident. It showed what self-belief you have.
Yeah, no, today we were excellent, to be fair, in all phases of play. Set pieces, in possession, out of possession, today was a top performance from us, and came here, we know it's a tough atmosphere, it's a tough ground. They're a tough team to play against. They've been in good form recently, but it was an amazing performance from us, and yeah, we deserved everything we got.
And you embraced your opportunity as well, because obviously with the injury to Bukayo, you didn't know you were going to be starting the game.
Yeah, no, just in the warm-up towards the end, but yeah, we're professionals, so we're prepared, and yeah, happy that we got the win, and yeah, was a good game from me.
But you yourself as well, with the numbers, I heard the supporters, they were to the right of me, they were just singing your name.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. That's obviously it means a lot to our team that they come over and so long away from home, but they come and support, and we had them the whole 90 minutes and they really pushed us on. So yeah, they were top today.
What does this do for you as players? Because it's not just the players out on the pitch, is it? The 11 who play regularly. It's the squad, it's the balance, it's the mood.
Yeah, no, we've been fighting on all four fronts since the start of the season, so everyone knows they need to be ready. Everyone's contributing a lot, so yeah, I think it goes without saying that all the players are ready, and when they're called upon, try and do their best for the team.
Is it just about regulating? I talked about it pre-match to Declan Rice. Is it just about regulating the mindset?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think every single game or every few days you got to be ready to perform, because even if you don't play on a Wednesday, you might have to play on a Saturday, and then we got another game on Tuesday. So Champions League, all the cups. So it's just about staying locked in and staying in that zone that when you're called upon, you're ready to deliver.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jason, Gyökeres done really well, held the ball up, scored his goal, missed a good chance. But then Jesus comes on for 15 minutes and he's like unbelievable. He could have had a hat-trick.
Just how good was that goal from...
Oh, the goal was brilliant. The way he moved it, and then moved it. But he's so quick the way he does it, and he's so comfortable. But then you'll be sitting on the coach or the aeroplane on the way home, and he'll be with his coaches going, do I play Jesus against Chelsea? Do I play him? But then he played against Man United and he never really got a kick. Do you know what I mean? So, for me, I think Gyökeres will play. I think he done very well. I think that's what you bought him for, is to hold the ball up, play it simple and give other people the ball.
But if we're being ultra critical of him, he should have had a couple, shouldn't he?
He should have had a couple. He was a bit slow with his other one, but I'd say not many players score the other one. Pure strength, just absolutely... Just kept, I don't like using the word bully, but he kept the defender off, and he just got his foot to it, and the goalkeeper was so close he couldn't save it. But his hold-up play was decent, and I thought he was good. But Jesus again, Havertz coming on, even, their squad's just phenomenal. The subs they put on today.
Well, also, because, Saka picks up that injury in the warm-up, so Madueke comes on to replace him. Very, very late notice, and yet was key in that game.
Well, he had 2 assists.
Yeah.
He had one cross in for Zubamendi. He had the corner that come in that was given an own goal. Just come in, as they come on, Odegaard come on, Martinelli come on. Jesus come on. Them 4 players I just reeled off there. Calafiori come on, 5 players. What team don't they get in? I don't know what team they don't get in, them 5 players. So for me, I think that was the game. I think that for me that was the game that won Arsenal the Premier League.
Right. So then tomorrow, Clinton, City to respond away at Tottenham Hotspur, and they kick off on Super Sunday.
That's a big statement.
I'd ever say that. Aston Villa at home to Brentford tomorrow.
Yeah, the 2 big games, like Villa at home are good at Villa Park. Might be an injury to Ollie Watkins, but they brought in Tammy Abraham. Will he be up to speed? So that's a big game. Man City is the one where Tottenham have gone. When they've gone to Tottenham recently, Tottenham have always turned them over, so this is a big game.
Well, they turned them over at the Etihad.
That's what I'm trying to say, but they have to respond because they've looked at the Arsenal. That's why we said earlier on, it's better if you're the team playing first, because then you put pressure on the other team. Arsenal have done that now, and it's over to Man City. That'll be a good game there at Tottenham tomorrow.
But what Arsenal have just done, even Man City going to Tottenham and drawing the game, it's 6 points.
Yeah.
So it's 2 more games, that is. And there's not a lot of games left, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
but if City
for me,
win,
City have to win. They have to go and win. Yep. And it's not an easy... I know Tottenham ain't been great at home, but it's not an easy place.
Even Tottenham fans won't want to win tomorrow.
No, I know what you mean.
That atmosphere is going to be strange there.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The last thing they will want is to see them red ribbons on that trophy.
Yeah.
Arsenal 2-0 at Ellen Road at the end of the first half. The outstanding number there is 7 in the corners column for Arsenal. In the first half, that's the most stray they've managed so far this season, and they've caused danger from it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, but that's maybe why Havertz has come in as well, because he's another big guy coming up from the back with Saliba and obviously Gabriel. But they really do practice a lot on corners, and we've seen the success they've had, especially this season, and it's worked out again. But it's all about the delivery, always. When that ball goes on that corner, you've got Saka if he's playing. Obviously, Madueke's took over. And Declan Rice can really whip a good ball in as well from that right-hand side. Yeah,
Madueke called on late because of Saka's injury, and he's had a big impact in this game so far.
Yeah, he's obviously started on the bench, and he's had a huge impact in this game. Like Ray said, the delivery was key from the set piece, and then obviously from the cross for the first goal. Big impact on the game, but they're heavily reliant on set pieces again, Arsenal, but they do them well, don't they? I mean, this is a second phase from a great delivery of the corner, comes out to Noni. Does what he does best, you know, goes to commit the defender, gets half a yard and whips a great ball in. It's a fantastic ball in and a great header by Zubamendi.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. You can see he's just that defending. He won't be too happy, Daniel Farker, with the defending from the Leeds players. But there's two of them lining up here. Zubamendi just gets in front of Havertz. Looks like Havertz is going to nod it in as well. So, but it's a great ball in from Madueke. It really is. It's a really difficult one to mark, but it's a brilliant header as well from Zubamendi, who'd be over the moon because of his mistake last week.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective though?
Yeah, I think when you just see it highlight there and you see Greve, he's looked, but he's not reacted, which is a disappointing thing because he's looked and seen. I think if he drops in 2 or 3 yards there, he maybe fills that space where ultimately they got punished.
Zubamendi, 5 goals in all competitions for Arsenal. It's his highest goal-scoring season in his career.
Oh, he's done brilliant. He really has. He's been one of the signings of the summer, definitely, because he come in, he's a very efficient player. But he made a bad mistake last week, but that won't let it affect him, and he'd be delighted that he's on the score sheet. And he scored some cracking goals as well this season, so he'd be delighted. But that's why the midfield work. If he gets forward, Declan Rice can fill in for him, and that's what you've got to do in midfield. But he's been a brilliant signing, he really has.
Yeah, given the way it's been going, you said that first goal would be really important. They got it early on and then managed to double the lead. That caused havoc at corners. It happened again.
Here we go again. Yeah, the delivery again. They commit players at the way they start off on the back, heavy on the back, you can see here, and just make the run across and just to disrupt players. I think for me, the goalkeeper's got to do better. I think he's just got to see the flight of that ball and just come and take it, come and collect it, whether he screams his head off, lets the defenders know that he's there, and just come and take that out of the sky. I think he'll be disappointed with this. He goes to punch it straight into his goal ultimately. Needs to be more commanding.
I think Leeds overall will be very disappointed given that there weren't many Arsenal players in and around that area.
No, not at all. And look, it's just communication a little bit maybe as well. But it's an awful goal to give away. It really is from Leeds' point of view. But Arsenal will take it. And again, another good set play.
Yeah, that means that level at the top of the goal-scoring charts for Arsenal alongside Trossard and Gyökeres is own goals.
That's amazing.
Signing of the summer.
No, it's amazing to see that the top goal scorer alongside Trossard and Gyökeres, his own goals. Well, just shows you, doesn't it? It's a funny old game sometimes.
It certainly is. 7 points clear as it stands. Did you want to add?
No, I was just going to say what we said from the start, didn't we? It doesn't matter how they win this game. It's just winning this game. And they took a great step towards doing that in the first half with set pieces.
Mikel, before we talk about the game, whilst I remember, I must ask about Bukayo Saka. What's the news on him?
We don't know yet. So he had a little niggle in the warm-up, and he wasn't comfortable to start the game. So we have to make that change straight away with Noni.
And goodness me, he took his chance.
He did, and that's why we have to be ready because football is so unpredictable, and you have to be thrown out there when you less expect it. And he certainly reacted really well.
I just put it to Noni that it was probably the perfect away day for Arsenal. Would you agree with that? Do you think that's as good as it could get away from home?
Well, to win 0-4 here, it's very, very difficult. Let's see when's the next time that this happens. So big credit to the boys. Obviously, we had a few games without a win in the Premier League. We had a great win a few days ago in the Champions League to close that phase. And in 3 days we have a semi-final that if we win, we're in Wembley.
A big win in terms of scoreline, but is it more a big win in terms of the points you've just made? You needed it today.
Yeah, I think the team showed a real dominance, resilience, character, and then obviously quality. So when we had the moments to punish them, we certainly did that. And everybody, the starters, the finishers, I really like the attitude of the team.
Thanks, Mikel.
League. So some fascinating stories developing already, but let's start with Leeds and Arsenal, which was the subject of so much of our build-up. And we built it up, I was particularly responsible, building it up, saying, look, it's a bear pit. There weren't many bears in evidence at Elland Road today, and Arsenal cruised it in the end.
Yeah, that's a kind of a bounce-back performance that Mikel had been wanting, and also the big senior players in the dressing room. To look round after a result like that, when everybody was, and every neutral was hoping they'd trip up and there would be another crisis at Arsenal. I think they really stood together, and I thought the performance was brilliant. Back to their sharpness, their pressing was good. Defensively, they were impeccable. Very disappointed with Leeds. I think over the weeks we've seen them pick up a little bit. And when you go against the top teams, sometimes if you're not quite on it, or they're a little bit better, you can just kind of lose your footing. That's what it felt like today. I think they'll be fine. But ultimately, they just fell a little bit short today, and Arsenal took full control of the game.
What I liked about the Arsenal performance is that they're accused of being quite robotic in the way that they play. We talk about their set pieces, we speak about own goals being equal top scorer. I think the fact that they had to improvise in terms of Saka not starting the game, Madueke came on. You couldn't plan for that. They adapted. They had to make that change, and Madueke was man of the match. So it just goes. Hopefully, it's a good thing for Mikel Arteta and the team to look at and say, yes, you've got to prepare really well, but you can't prepare beyond what is sensible. Things happen in games, and what I liked about Arsenal was once they were comfortable, they didn't switch off. They didn't show any of that carelessness we've seen in the last couple of weeks. They kept the pressure on. They kept going. They looked like they were going to try and score another goal after the third, another one after the fourth. And I think that momentum that they had through that game, it reminds me of that Villa game that I mentioned before, which was a real, they really took, as you said before, taking the handbrake off. They really did that against Villa. It's again, they've done that again today, which is really good.
I just didn't feel that Leeds caused them enough problem. Man United caused them problems the other day. They were solid in front of them, didn't let them get through the lines, and then they broke on them really well. Leeds, loads of effort, but just a kind of the pattern of play that wasn't quite there. They changed it in the second half, went to a back four, and they were a little bit better second half. They put a bit more pressure on, but the quality in the end, especially the goals, was absolutely top class from Arsenal.
We talked about marching on together, didn't we? The famous Leeds anthem, and it was Arsenal that marched on together today.
Yeah, and the reality is, from a Leeds perspective, they're newly promoted. They're having to try and bridge that gap between championship dominant football to survival mode. I think Daniel Farke and the team are doing a great job. They're in a really stable position. They've just got to move on from this game and get back to their standards.
Yeah, but encouragement for amongst us.
Nonny, this could have been much tougher. A lot of people thought it would be, but that was assured, it was confident, it showed what self-belief you have.
Yeah, no, today we were excellent, to be fair, in all phases of play. Set pieces, in possession, out of possession, today was a top performance from us, and came here, we know it's a tough atmosphere, it's a tough ground. They're a tough team to play against. They've been in good form recently, but it was an amazing performance from us, and yeah, we deserved everything we got.
And you embraced your opportunity as well, because obviously with the injury to Bukayo, you didn't know you were going to be starting the game.
Yeah, no, just in the warm-up towards the end. But yeah, we're professionals, so we're prepared. And yeah, happy that we got the win. And yeah, it was a good game from me.
But you yourself as well, with the numbers, I heard the supporters, they were to the right of me, they were just singing your name.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. That's obviously it means a lot to our team that they come over and so long away from home, but they come and support, and we had them the whole 90 minutes, and it really pushed us on. So yeah, they were top today.
What does this do for you as players? Because it's not just the players out on the pitch, is it? The 11 who play regularly. It's the squad, it's the balance, it's the mood.
Yeah, no, we've been fighting on all four fronts since the start of the season, so everyone knows they need to be ready. Everyone's contributing a lot, so yeah, I think it goes without saying that all the players are ready, and when they're called upon, try and do their best for the team.
Is it just about regulating? I talked about it pre-match to Declan Rice. Is it just about regulating the mindset?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think every single game or every few days you got to be ready to perform, because even if you don't play on a Wednesday, you might have to play on a Saturday, and then we got another game on Tuesday. So Champions League, all the cups. So it's just about staying locked in and staying in that zone that when you're called upon, you're ready to deliver.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.